Guys, so I hope that the camera is able to pick it up, because in person it's ludicrous. It's amazing. It's so good sounding. It's not just loud, it really does sound good. There it is, the 2016 AMG GTS. Some people think it was the successor to the SLS, but it wasn't. This was a completely new platform by Mercedes, released in 2016. And here it is, the AMG GTS, guys. How is it holding up in 2024? I'd say it's holding up just fine. In fact, I actually prefer the old GT to the new GT. The new GT is like 200 grand. You're gonna get all-wheel drive, all-wheel steering. It's not for me, guys. Frankly, I like to let the back end out a little bit. And so I like the old GTs, guys. This is a GTS, so if you know that the iteration came out in 2016 with the GT, the GTS, then they went on to the GTR, the GTC also came out, and then there's also the GT Black Series. There's also a GTR Pro. So there's quite a few models in the lineup, guys, but here it is, the 2016 AMG GTS. We're gonna do a walk around. We'll get some revs in on the car with the new exhaust. Keep in mind, this is a stage 2, so it's not exactly stock, but the car sounds amazing stock. Take it from me. I got this car when it was completely stock and have enjoyed building it. It's an amazing platform. We're also gonna take this car out for a drive. Obviously, it is my vehicle, and I'll let you know how it drives, some of the different driving conditions on the car. But as you can hear, it just chugs. That's a V8 built by AMG, and it just chugs along. Yes, I know I'm missing my back badge. The wrap guys broke it when they were redoing that back piece, so had to order another one. It won't be here actually for a couple weeks, so I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet on it and kind of have it look like that for now, guys. But there it is. There's the walk around of the car. It is stunning. It's a stunning design from Mercedes, guys. They nailed it. The long hood, just like the SLS. It hunkers down. It kind of looks like a Viper. I get that a lot. I kind of think so also. It's got that Viper ACR look, especially since I added the wing in the back. But keep in mind, it does have this active little mini wing, so to speak, that comes OEM. Mine is a little shorter version, and it's all carbon, so that way I could retain the OEM function with this wing, big wing setup back here, which I absolutely love. I love that wing, I must say. It was one of the mods that I was looking most forward to, and it looks great on the car. Obviously, we got that diffuser right there. I'm gonna be doing a mods update on my car because I've stuck in a lot of extra bits and done a lot of extra things to the car since the last video. So I'll be sure to be doing that here real soon. The next couple days, we're gonna be doing a mods update on the car. But I wanted to talk to you guys just about the 2016 AMG GTS. Wanted to give a good walk around of the vehicle, kind of explain to you guys, this is what it looks like, this is what it sounds like. We'll get some revs in with the exhaust. It sounds so good. And it looks good too. If we pop open the interior, we're gonna see that I got the red interior on here. I don't wanna say it's rare, but there are a lot of these that have just the black interior. Something that's unique about the GTRs that came out, they are all gonna have black leather with yellow stitching. They're also gonna have a little fun knob in the middle, which is the traction control button. The GTRs have a variable traction control button. So when you hit the traction control, you have, I think it's 7 different options. And that means it's pretty much gonna let you know how far it'll let the car out before it ends up kicking on. We only have 3 in the GTS. Pretty much you have all traction on, you got sport handling, you got all traction off, that's it. I like sport handling, lets you let the back end out, have a little fun with the car without getting completely out of control. Now, if you wanna do burnouts or donuts or anything like that, like serious rolling burnouts and things, hit traction off, stomp on it, and you'll get that right out of the box. Even not at stage 2, guys, even just stock. If you turn the traction control off and you stomp on it, we're still talking a 4-liter twin turbo V8 built by AMG, producing over 500 horsepower. Stock, the GTS is producing 503 horsepower, guys, so it's no stranger to power. This thing can put it down. Stock, it's very well balanced. Get a little squirrely that I'm on the stage 2. I got a lot of power there, so you got to know what you're doing or else you can get out of control real quick. Now, like I said, I've hit traction control completely off and I've stomped on it before. You'll get into the other lane real quick if you don't know what you're doing. So you got to know what you're doing. It's either for burnouts or donuts or things like that. Maybe if you're on the track and you were really getting used to the sport handling, turn traction control completely off, and you'll probably get some better track times. But I would say, you know, first time for me when I take this thing to the track, which I haven't done so yet, but I will be doing that. Essentially, I'm going to kind of get used to the track with sport handling, where I'm letting the back end just out a little bit. But if you want to be the fastest, you want to be with traction control completely off, because there's going to be no cut of power to the engine. Essentially, that's what happens. It'll cut the power to the engine when it senses that you're kind of getting squirrely and that you're losing traction. It'll cut that power until it gains traction control on. Then it'll kind of cut it all back on for you. But that's just the traction control on these cars. It's an amazing car, amazing platform, as you've heard me say a bunch of times. Let's get a good listen to that chug. Oh yeah, I mean, it just sounds so good. It sounds thick, guys, right? Nice V8 rumble. I'm gonna set the camera down, hop in, and I'll give you guys some good old revs. The cool thing too about getting the downpipes on this car and going stage 2, I could really hear the turbos a lot more. They let you hear the turbo kind of, not necessarily winding up, but there's like a little whistle kind of airflow sound that's very indicative of turbos, that obviously if you're a car guy, you know what that sound is. And I love hearing it, so I can kind of sort of hear that rumble right now, and you'll hear the turbo spooling up when I kind of get going on it. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. It might just get some pops and bangs, but set the camera down and let's get some revs on the AMG GTS. Yeah, guys, so I hope that the camera is able to pick it up, because in person it's ludicrous. It's amazing. It's so good sounding. It's not just loud, it really does sound good. I've had cars with exhausts that are just loud and obnoxious. This is loud and obnoxious, but it also sounds really good, guys. So there it is. There's the revs on the 2016 AMG GTS Stage 2. I have the downpipes and the mid pipes from Wisec. So we got rid of the cats. We've got a full stainless steel setup going throughout. I do not recommend messing with the mufflers at all on this car. A lot of people do a muffler delete, or they'll cut out like little squares in the resonators and things like that. I don't recommend doing that. I don't recommend messing with the mufflers, because that's where the valves are. So that's where you can kind of shut down the valves, close the valves. It'll kind of silence up the car and whatnot. And I mean, you just don't want to really be messing with those mufflers, is what I've been told. You know what? Speaking of that, I'll go ahead and shut the valves off, and we'll get some revs with the valves closed so you guys can see the difference. It's kind of wild. Trust me, guys, you'll hear it. Once I turn the valves off, you'll hear exactly when I do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hop in the car, turn the valves off, and I'll get a couple revs with valves closed. Go ahead and open those up right now, get the mic back on, and yeah, I'll show you guys that button right now. It is, I mean, that is a pretty cool option. You gotta admit it. I mean, it literally, but like I said, I only use it when I see cops. I'll shut the car down, I mean, it silences the car. You kind of suppress all those pops and bangs. So I'll go show you guys that exhaust button. It's literally a button with an exhaust on it to open up and close the valves. Look at it right there. I mean, this is a completely driver's focused center stack with everything that the driver will want. Manual, auto, you got your race mode right there. You got your traction control button. This is your suspension button. So let's go ahead and open up those valves right there. We got it in the race suspension right now. That's the suspension button. I mean, how cool is that? And it's meant to look like a V8. That's something special about the AMG GT platform, is that center stack is so beautiful, and it's meant to look like a V8. It's in the shape of a V, and there's 4 buttons on each side. So pretty cool. The 4-liter V8 sits in this AMG GTS. I love it. I love this car. I love this platform. I'm going to continue to make videos on it as long as I own this car. I don't plan on getting rid of this car anytime soon either. So I'm going to have this car, have some fun with it, show it with you guys, share it with you guys. And now there's only one thing left to do. Let's hop in it and take it for a little drive. All right, guys, hopping in the 2016 AMG GTS Stage 2. Oh, this thing's so fun. It's fun, it's obnoxious. It's just my style. Just my style. If I can own one car, obviously this is gonna be the car that I would own right now because I do own it. It took me a lot of time to make a decision on what nice car that I wanted to make a, you know, a move on. It was out of this really and a McLaren 12C, and I ended up deciding on this to go ahead and go with and build, and a lot of things to consider, you know. I can't not regret my decision anymore. I'm very stoked with this car, guys. So we're going to be in race mode manual. Like I said, the suspension's tightened up. Traction is going to be in sport mode. You can see it's got that little sport thing is highlighted right there. And obviously they got the exhaust valves open. Let's put this thing in drive and let's get out of here, guys. Take it for a little drive. Oh, I love it. Sounds good. It's a German muscle car, guys. Don't let anyone tell you any different. It's a German muscle car. Everything works, you know. I mean, keep in mind also it's a Mercedes. So you're going to get all this technology. You're going to get a lot of comfort, a lot of luxury. You're going to get like the highest class of leather. It's just, it's an amazing little machine that they have put together. And I believe it's really underrated as well, right? Obviously, it's not an SLS, but frankly, it is just as cool. And I like turbos. I don't know if it's because of the age that I'm in, but I like turbos. I prefer a turbo car over an NA car. I like to hear the turbos. I like to feel them kind of sort of kick in. People call it the turbo lag, but I like feeling it kind of ease in. You could feel them kind of getting ready. There's a distinctive feeling of driving a turbo car that I truly do enjoy. And I remember after I sold my McLaren 12C, I was like, I literally, you know, got depressed after it. You know, I needed a turbo car, needed a twin turbo V8 in my life, and here it was, guys, the 4-liter twin turbo V8 from AMG 2016 GTS, and it's just a great car. It is a great car. You can see we've got this really cool center display right here. We could switch it over to the vehicle data with just a couple clicks. It's going to give you all the data that you need going on in your car, your throttle percentage, brake percentage. This would be really beneficial on the racetrack as well, guys. So here we go. Let's have a little fun. I mean, the power's there. The power's there with the car. The sound is there with the car. The reliability is here. It's smooth. It is smooth. I'm in the most aggressive map that I have on this car. Essentially with Wisec, we got 3 maps. We have the comfort, sport. I'm sorry, we got 4 maps. The comfort, the sport plus, and the race mode. Race is the most aggressive. I like to get into sport plus because you don't get as much forward jerking. Essentially, like when you let off the brakes on race mode, you're going to kind of forward jerk a lot more because that's what you want to happen on a racetrack. So Sport Plus, you don't get as much of that, but you don't obviously get the full range of the power of the map and kind of the I don't know, what do you call it, the boost, the increased PSI and boost that we have mapped out for race mode is definitely the highest. So it's just the most aggressive. It's my favorite mode, obviously, but I have been becoming fond of that Sport Plus manual as well. Sport Plus Auto, you know, I gotta be honest, I don't really like it for the reason of it's aggressive in the sense of, and it kind of like spooks me. I'm not expecting it to happen, but if you stomp on it in Sport Plus Auto, the gears will drop instantly and it will shoot you off. I like to bang through all the gears and kind of control the car a little bit better. I find it being a little less controllable of the car, but nonetheless, it is a great mode to go into, guys. But here we are, 7th gear. We'll drop a couple, show you guys how amazing these downshifts sound. Got no cars behind me, so we're all good. Get down to about 4th gear. Maybe we can get down to, yeah, we'll get down to 4th and do a little pull. Like I said, the power's there, guys. This thing can hang with any supercar rally or anything, any cars and coffee. This this car literally can sit with the best, guys. So I do believe it's underrated. They made quite a few of them, 17,000 of them in the 4-year run that they had with this platform, but they didn't make that many GTSs, and they didn't make that many GTSs with my spec. So I really love my car, guys. I can't see myself getting rid of it unless it was for something extravagant. But to be honest with you, this is the channel, or this is the car that I'm building this channel with, and I don't want to get rid of it. You know, I want to kind of keep it as a memento, guys. But let's get some downshifts all the way to first gear. Another really cool thing that a buddy of mine just taught me that has this car and he tracks it a lot is, let's say you're in 5th gear and you're coming up to a turn on a track or something. If you hold down the downshift button, just hold it, just hit one time, hold it down, it'll automatically downshift like instantly into the lowest gear possible for you to make that turn. So you don't have to actually downshift into all the gears, which is really beneficial on the track and for spirited driving, guys. I can't wait to take this on the track and see how it performs. I know it's a wild beast. It's nothing like the McLaren that I was tracking before this car. It's a little bit more wild, so it's going to take a little bit more skill set to drive this car, I think, on the track than it would a McLaren. A McLaren is it's a scalpel. It's a surgical tool, guys, and it'll give you confidence that maybe you don't need, and I've seen that happen on the track as well. I've seen people kind of gain a little bit of confidence from the car that they're driving because they perform so well, and then they'll do something a little squirrely, guys. You know, it is what it is, but these cars can do that. They make you feel very confident in your own ability because the car has so much ability. So this car has that ability. It has it all. It checks all the boxes for me that I wanted to check. It might be a little too loud and obnoxious for some people, so it's not for everybody. It is a loud car, it is obnoxious, it drinks gas, but it is absolutely fun to drive. It gets looks everywhere. It's got the rarity, and it can sit with the best. So I don't know, guys. You let me know what you think. Are you guys going to go in and get an AMG GTS? Do you own an AMG GTS? Would you guys get one if you were looking for a car in this price range? Let me know what you think. Obviously, I did, and I will, and would gladly do it again. I got no regrets with this car and with this platform. So just having fun with it, guys. And that'll wrap up today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to tune in. I'm going to be dropping episodes every single day from now on. Anything and everything cars, guys. Reviews, insights, adventures. We're going to have some fun on this channel, and I just really want to thank you guys for the support so far. I've been at it for about a year now on this channel. I thought I was going to get 1,000 subscribers in 1 year. It looks like we're going to get 2,000 subscribers. And I know it's not a lot, but I enjoy doing this, so it's like a win-win for me. I'm not even monetized yet. I don't get paid for these videos currently. I'm just making them, to make them. I enjoy making them. It keeps me disciplined, keeps me doing something that I love to do, guys, and keeps me out of trouble as well. So we'll catch you tomorrow. Much love.